All righty, here we go. The MLB Draft is actually just a few minutes away. Here is the draft order. Obviously, the Orioles, then the Diamondbacks, then the Rangers. The Pirates are picking at 4. The Washington Nationals at 5. The Marlins at 6. The Cubs at 7. The Twins at 8. The Royals at 9. My Rockies at 10. The Mets are at 11, getting the comp pick for not being able to sign Kumar Rocker last year. The Detroit Tigers are at 12. The Angels are at 13. The Mets are at 14. The Padres 15. The Guardians at 16. The Phillies at 17. The Reds at 18. A's at 19. The Braves at 20. The Mariners at 21. The Cardinals at 22. The Blue Jays at 23. The Red Sox at 24. The Yankees at 25. The White Sox at 26. The Brewers at 27. The Astros at 28. The Rays at 29. And the Giants at 30. Of course, the order is set from last year's draft day, I believe. Now, if we go ahead, let me look up something while we wait for this thing to get started. Let's go with MLB Standings right now for the entire sport. Overall, I believe where my Rockies be picking next year. Looks like 11. It's funny because 2020 was 8, then last year was 9. This year's 10. It looks like next year we'll be at the 11th overall pick. I believe. Well, here, let me actually look that up to make sure. 2023 MLB Draft order. Because I believe the draft order is set. It appears to be that way with how things are in the standings right now. But yeah, it looks like everything is good to go. I don't think the coverage has officially started. I'm watching on the ESPN, what's it called? The ESPN app online. So, let's go baseball. MLB first year player drafts. Yeah, the event has not started. It's not going to start for another 2 minutes. But while we're at it, I guess let's take a look here at my top prospects for who I want the Rockies to draft. So I actually have it split up into hitters up here and then pitchers down here. So my honest number one player that I want, who I think will be there, because some of these players obviously up here, they won't be available at the Rockies selection just based off of the mock drafts and their prospects. And then the tools and the pitches. This is based on MLB Pipeline's, how they project it. So obviously Fangraphs and a bunch of other places are going to probably have that different, but that's just based off of what they have the rankings as. So number one, I mean, honestly, I'm okay with either Dylan Lesko or Brock Porter. Of course, Dylan Lesko was the top pitcher coming into the year, had Tommy John surgery, and then, of course, just didn't, or got Tommy John surgery and then started to fall. And then Brock Porter, he throws very, very fast out of Orchard Lake, St. Mary's, Michigan. So I'd be happy with either one of those two. I love Jackson Holliday, mostly because of the fact that obviously I'm a Rockies fan, and his father, Matt Holliday, played for the Rockies, and also, born, raised in Colorado, but I also go to Oklahoma State University, and he's committed there. So I don't think he's going to play there, obviously, because of where he's going to get drafted, but I think it would be fun to have someone who, is committed to my alum and then come into my hometown and my favorite team. I think that would absolutely just be awesome, but as of right now, I don't think that's happening. Drew Jones, I believe, is going to be the number 1 overall pick. But then Elijah Green, Brooks Lee, who was mocked to the Rockies at the start of the year and has significantly risen the boards. Then you got Tamar Johnson, Jacob Berry, Cam Collier, Kevin Parada, Jace Jung, Gavin Cross. I'd all be happy with, depending on who's available. And then Dylan Lesko and Brock Porter are the two that I'd take at number 10 for the Rockies at pitching. And then Brandon Beria, Robbie Snell, and Jake Ferris. Maybe. I don't know where they'll be taken. Maybe I'd be happy with either the competitive balance or a comp pick with one of them if we decide to take a bat. And then eventually, once we get off of the prospects that I have written down, we're just going to switch to MLB Pipeline to look at these the prospects. And honestly, I wanted Kumar Rocker last year, didn't sign with the Mets. And if we were able to pick him up with a competitive balance pick or our comp pick, I'd be super duper happy with that. Now, with that being said, I'm actually going to be right back. I'm going to grab some water. I don't currently actually have water. So let me grab my cup that had a little bit of water just spilled, which is no bueno, of course. No bueno. But yeah, okay, let me add this, and it's going to be BRB, and then it's going to say BRB grabbing water. So I'll just, where can I put that? I think we might have to change the font color real quick. And yeah, we can put this right here across the screen. That way, if someone stops by, they'll know I'm grabbing water. So yeah, I'll be right back in just a second. All right. We are back. Or I guess I am back. We can hide that BRB text. We're going to go ahead and move over here. And it should be ready. The MLB Draft. Okay. Let me just pull that up. Let me pull the stream up. Oh my gosh. Ran up the stairs. I got so tired. I had to take a big sip, big gulp. Whoa. I just want to make sure I'm not. Okay, muted. I was just making sure that you couldn't hear the draft because I don't want to get copyrighted. Rocking my Avs championship hat, of course. I'm mostly a football and a hockey guy, but baseball is starting to grow on me. Not a basketball guy, but football or football, hockey, my top 2, and then I'm starting to get to know a little bit more baseball and adding him to the channel. So right now they're talking about the Orioles, and I want to kind of piggyback off of what the guys are saying. The past few seasons, I can't remember if it was this year or last year. I think it was 2 years ago. The Orioles go under the slot, so they take someone who is projected to go later, so they can pay them less, and then sign someone else in free agency or something like that, which isn't a bad strategy. But I don't think my Rockies should do that, because this is such a great hitter park, or not park, sorry, a hitter's draft class. Here, let me pull something up real quick. I'm just gonna pull up right now who my Rockies top 100 prospects. Let's go to the Rockies. Okay, here we go. So if we look at my Rockies, we have 4 players inside the top 100 prospects. Zach Veen, our number 1 prospect, looked absolutely amazing in the what's it called, the Futures game. It doesn't look like they have the videos, but right now, Kumar Johnson is the favorite to go number 1, it looks like, according to the MLB Draft coverage. But then we have Ezekiel Tovar, who I think is going to be a stud shortstop. Had a little back problem. That's why he didn't play in the Futures game. Drew Romo, our future catcher. Some people aren't as high on him. Not really super great with the bat. Hopefully he can develop that. But defensively, he's solid. Then Adil Amador, I think, is going to be a solid prospect for us as well. However, I do see Ezekiel Tovar being our shortstop. And then obviously Brendan Rodgers is at second base, so you might have to move Adil Amador somewhere. But someone who I really like, Manfred is welcoming everyone to the draft. Let's move to the Rockies' top 100 or top 30 prospects. Their first ever outdoor draft in LA. According to Manfred. I do believe that Manfred is about to open the MLB Draft. But here, let me turn this down. I'm just turning down Manfred so I can hear myself talk. Zach Veen, Tovar, Romo, and Amador I just talked about. 4 of our prospects in the top 100. Then you have Benny Montgomery, who is in low A right now. But, you have Zach Veen, who's going to be offensive driven, all about power. Montgomery is more of your athletic outfielder, and he's going to be more defensively. Elias Montero, he's played some time in the MLB. He's in the AAA right now. I like Montero. Not going to be... the Orioles are on the clock right now, by the way. I like Montero. Rollison's our top pitcher, but he's just been hurt the past few seasons. I like Jaden Hill, who we drafted out of LSU. Sam Weatherly, Chris McMahon, Joe Rock. But I want another top prospect. That's why I want Brock Porter, Dylan Lesko. I could see either of them. Lesko was the top pitcher before he got Tommy John surgery. So I would love to see either of them go here, but we'll see. The Orioles are on the clock. Of course, you can't trade picks in the MLB unless that was changed in the meeting that they had way back before the season started in spring training. So we'll see. They're ranking the Orioles farm system as the second best farm system in baseball. So, the Orioles are coming up. They need to make, in my opinion, a very solid pick here. And just get another top prospect, because I don't think they're going to have a top pick for much longer. So get a top player, add them to that farm system, and then that way you got a bunch of top players coming up, and the Orioles could be scary within a few years here. So, yeah. Yeah, but I am wanting a pitcher. I know that might be an unpopular opinion for Rockies fans. But yeah, I would love a pitcher. I would love a pitcher. Sorry, I'm just sending a tweet out saying that I want Dylan Lesko or Brock Porter to go to the Rockies because I want Lesko or Porter. However, I don't think the Rockies can mess up today at pick 10. But yeah, personally, I want Dylan Lesko or Brock Porter. I think that the Rockies, we need to add a top-end pitcher to our farm system. However, you can't mess up. Once again, if we look at my prospects, once again, ranked by position players and pitchers, Dylan Lesko was the top pitcher before he got Tommy John surgery. I wouldn't mind him. Brock Porter, high velo guy. You look at that fastball. I mean, top-end fastball. Lesko has a top-end changeup. Ideally, you'd like a guy with a sinker. I don't think they rank sinkers on baseball pipe or MLB Pipeline because that's where I have the rankings from. But I would love either of the two for my Rockies. We're not getting Jackson Holiday, unfortunately. I would like him because obviously his father Matt Holiday played for the Rockies, and being from Colorado, being born and raised here, I'd love to have him on the team. And then also I go to Oklahoma State, so he's committed there. Don't think he'll play there, but just having that connection would be awesome. But to me, realistically, Jacob Berry maybe. I don't see him slipping. Most likely, if we take one, it's going to be Jace Jung, Gavin Cross, I feel like. But I would love one of the two pitchers. In my opinion, that is the direction that we need to go right there. So I would prefer a pitcher for the Rockies, but I don't think we can go wrong either way with grabbing another bat. We'll just have to see who's there. Yeah, I mean, Jackson Holiday, to me, he's my number one prospect. I feel like a lot of people have Drew, it's Drew Jones, right? Yeah, Drew Jones. So, I mean, I would love either, but I don't think my Rockies can mess up right now. Gotta add to the farm system, gotta build the farm system up because it's not the strongest, of course, Veen, Ezekiel Tovar, but we don't have any top flight pitching prospects, and to me, I think we need to add one in this draft. So that's my opinion. I want, like I keep saying, I want Brock Porter, high velo, or Dylan Lesko. I love Dylan Lesko. He just had that Tommy John surgery, so I think he's fallen on some draft boards. But to me, you can't go wrong with any of them. All right. Let's see here. All right. The commissioner is on his way according to the draft coverage. Here comes Rob Manfred, and here's the Orioles pick. Jackson Holiday. There we go. I mean, hey, he was my top pick. I'm just glad that he's not going to the Diamondbacks. I didn't want to see him in the division. But yeah. Congrats to Jackson Holiday. Won't be attending my alma mater. But hey, he's absolutely, undisputedly, in my opinion, the best prospect. There we go. I was kind of hoping the Rockies would get him, but I knew it was not realistic. Come on. But it was just a hope. It was a hope. You know what I mean? A hope, a feeling. Yeah. Jackson Holiday goes number 1 to the Orioles, the Baltimore Orioles. I think they made the correct pick in my opinion. But there was a lot of great prospects to go number 1 overall. All right. Number 2, I feel like it's got to be Drew Jones. All right. Drew Jones to me has got to be the other pick. This isn't a strong this isn't a strong pitchers draft in my opinion. So I think the Rockies will still have their choice between any of them. So we'll have to see. But yeah, next up is the Diamondbacks, who have the 11th strongest farm system. Let's take a look at their farm system. Let's go Arizona Diamondbacks. Actually, let's go top 100, and then let's go with the D-backs. They have Corbin Carroll, the number 3 prospect, Jordan Lawler, one of the top shortstops from last year, and then Blake Walton. So they got 3 of their top prospects, the number 3 prospect. So the D-backs should be getting better, unfortunately. Let's go back to my Rockies now. Zach Veen. Yeah, I mean, I think Zach Veen needs to be promoted to Double-A. I think he needs to head to Hartford because I think he's almost ready to come to the MLB. Maybe that's, a bit what's it say, immature of me to say, because of obviously I'm not I'm not a baseball connoisseur. I'm not a baseball GM. I'm not a manager. So obviously these guys have way better understanding of the game than me. But then again, knowing the Rockies front office, we got a new GM, but knowing the Rockies front office, I think that I don't know. I would like to see Veen hopefully fairly soon. I'd like to see him add to that outfield with KB. So yeah, we'll have to see. D-backs are still on the clock. I do not see. I don't know if it says the pick is in like the MLB draft. I know it says on the clock, but yeah, we'll have to see. Alrighty. It's hard hearing them talking about Jackson all day. Know he's not going to be a Rocky. All right. All right. I'm going to have who each player was drafted by out of these 15 here. I was going to do 10 pitchers, but then I figure, you know, it's all good. We'll just look on MLB Pipeline for their rankings after my rankings run out, of course. The Diamondbacks are still on the clock. There's no, I don't know if they put when the pick is in on the bottom like graphic, because the MLB draft it says the on the clock, and then it says the pick is in, and I mean, there's not even a timer to see how much time is left on what's it called? Here, let me turn this down so I can hear myself think instead of just hearing the MLB draft coverage. But yeah, there's no clock for how much time is left for their pick. But the D-backs are up next. I doubt they go under the slot value and take someone later, but maybe they will. We'll have to see. Yeah, they're just interviewing Jackson, or they're showing a past interview that the reporter had with Jackson Holiday, showing him with the Stillwater Pioneers. So we'll see. We will see where the D-backs go. Now, I think they're going to show Matt Holiday. Yeah, they're showing Matt Holiday. Showing him with the Cardinals jersey, though. You would love to see him with the Rockies uni. But we'll have to see. we'll have to see here. I mean, Matt, probably one of the better Rockies of all time. I'd probably say, obviously, Todd Helton, Larry Walker, in no particular order, are some of the top two. Then you have guys like Matt Holliday. You got a ton, or I guess not a ton like other teams, because we're still fairly new to the MLB. You know, being drafted or being our first season in, what was it? I think it was 90, 95, 97, one of the two. So now they're interviewing Jackson Holliday on the screen. Diamondbacks are still on the clock. Oops. I guess while they're interviewing him, I'm not going to show highlights because I'll get copyrighted. But 18, born December 4th, 2003. He bats left-handed, throws right-handed. 6'1", committed to my alma mater. And yeah, we can look at his grades. He has a 60 hit tool, a 55 power tool, a 60 run tool, a 55 arm tool, a 55 field tool, and overall a 60. According to MLB Pipeline, which I know by other baseball fans, it's not the greatest ranking of prospects. So I'm still going to take it. You know, there's fan graphs, obviously. But yeah, according to this, I last added this document 8 minutes ago, so I think that's when the clock started and the pick is in for the D-backs. It finally shows that on the screen, so we'll have to see who the D-backs take at number 2 overall. To me, I think it has to be Drew Jones. He was the top consensus prospect. But you never know. The draft's crazy. NHL draft, Shane Wright didn't go number 1 overall. Everyone thought he was going to be the top pick since he was 15. But here is the Diamondback selection. Drew Jones, outfielder out of Wesleyan. D-backs, and now the Texas Rangers are on the clock. There we go. Yeah, so Drew Jones is, to MLB Pipeline, the best prospect. He has a 55 hit tool, a 60 power tool, a 70 run tool, a 65 arm, and a 70 field tool. So he's more defensive from obviously the tools with the run tool, the field tool, the arm tool. Overall, 65, the best prospect according to MLB Pipeline. Another son of an MLB player, Andrew Jones. So they took off the and it's just Drew Jones. The number 2 pick in the draft to the D-backs, adding him to their farm system. The D-backs got to be happy about that. I'm not happy as a Rockies fan. But yeah. Will Elisha Green go number 3? That's the question. I've seen some mocks having him fall to the Rockies, which I wouldn't mind, but I don't think he falls that far. I think he's got to go to Texas. Let's take a look at the top 30. Well, actually, let's take a look at the Rangers. They got Jack Leiter, Josh Jung, who is he Jace Jung's brother out of Texas A&M? I don't know. Ezekiel Duran, Justin Foscue, Cole Winn, Owen White. They got 3 pitchers. I don't think they go pitchers here. Okay, let's take a look at the Texas Rangers. So yeah, we saw these guys: Dustin Harris, Josh Smith, Evan Carter. Again, I don't think this is going to be a I don't think it's going to be a pitcher. I think it's going to be maybe they go a college bat with Brooks Lee. They took Jack Leiter last year at number 2. Maybe Elisha Green, Brooks. I think it's got to be between Elijah Green and Brooks Lee. That's my prediction right there for the Rangers pick. Alrighty. They're just showing the video of everyone chanting overrated at Drew Jones. Then he took him to dead center field. Unfortunately, he's going to one of my Rockies divisional rivals in the Arizona Diamondbacks. But, you know, it's a great pick for them. What sometimes stinks about the Rockies is, we weren't super great, but we weren't also super bad, so we get a top pick. So it balances out. Luckily, Zach Veen fell to us in 2020. In 2021 last year, I think we went under the slot a little bit in taking Benny Montgomery. Not a bad pick, more of an athletic outfielder, so I'll take it. Adding some prospects, but right now, Ezekiel Tovar and Zach Veen have got me excited about the future, so hopefully we can add. Oh. Wow. Kumar Rocker. They took Jack Leiter's teammates. I mean, he was the Mets' first-round pick last year. Wow. They're reuniting Jack Leiter and Kumar Rocker. I mean, wow, I didn't think anybody saw him going that early. I mean, I was talking about taking him with the Rockies competitive balance pick, or shoot, even the wow, with either the Rockies competitive balance pick or the the comp pick for losing Trevor Story. But wow, he is going to be reunited with Jack Leiter with the Rangers. Wow. Wow. Can they get him signed, though? Can they get him signed? That's crazy. That's crazy. Wow. I mean, he's a good pitcher. I wanted the Rockies to take him last year. But yeah, shoot. Kind of want to see how Rangers fans are feeling. I want to look at the Rangers Twitter because that surprises me. I mean, Kumar Rocker, great pitcher. I wanted the Rockies to take him last year, but I didn't think he was going to go this early after not signing. Obviously, played an independent ball this past season, but wow. I mean, reuniting the former Vandy teammates. But man, crazy. I guess let's take a look at Kumar Rocker. I like Kumar Rocker. Like I said, I thought he could have been drafted last year. I wanted the Rockies to draft him. Where is he? Where's Kumar? There he is. Yeah, 22 years old. He went to Vanderbilt. I mean, doesn't really matter what he bats. He's not going to bat in the MLB. Was drafted 10th overall by the Mets last year. Drafted 3rd overall now by the Rangers this year. MLB Pipeline has got his fastball is a 60, his curveball is a 60, 70 slider, 50 changeup, 50 control, and overall 50. But he absolutely throws gas. He throws gas, and Rangers. There you go. There you go. Rangers adding another top end pitcher to their farm system. I said I didn't think they were going to go pitcher with all the pitchers at the top of their farm system, but man, I was wrong. I was absolutely wrong. So, wow, I'm shocked. I'm shocked. I mean, shoot. Has Jack Leiter said anything? Nah, he hasn't said anything. I thought Jack Leiter might have tweeted something about being reunited. Not yet. Not yet. Potentially in the future. The pick is in for the Pittsburgh Pirates now. So, what's the Pirates farm system looking at? I have not seen the Pirates farm system. I mean, Henry Davis, number 1 pick last year. O'Neal Cruz, I think you can take him off here pretty soon because I think he's gonna be a major leaguer for probably the rest of his career. Nick Gonzalez, we'll see. Let's and they got Andy Rodriguez. Maybe not the. I mean, they have him ranked as the 5th farm system. I was gonna say not the strongest farm system, but then again, I am still learning more about the MLB. Once again, hockey guy, football guy, still learning more about the MLB. But pick is in. They have Kylie's best available is Kumar Johnson as the number 1 pick, or not the number 1 pick, but the number 1 player available for the Pirates to pick. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued on who the Pirates go with. See, I figured the Rockies were going to go ahead and pick him up because they drafted Kumar Rocker way back before he committed to college when he was coming out of high school. They drafted him in like the 35th round, not because he was that bad. Everyone thought he was going to go in the 1st round, but because he said he was going to go to college no matter what. No one wanted to obviously use a pick and him not sign. So then the Rockies drafted him. Maybe he would switch, didn't, and still stayed with being the top, or he's going to be a top pick for the Texas Rangers there. So there we go. I did not see Rocker being the first pitcher off the board, though. Oh, here is the commissioner for the Pirates pick. Kumar Johnson. There we go. He's in the building. Kumar Johnson will be a Pirate. And I don't hate that pick. However, I need to add in as Pirates. I'm surprised it's not Elisha Green out of IGM Academy. If he falls, I'd love the Rockies to take him. I mean, absolutely think that would be a steal for the Rockies. I don't know. I'm expecting someone to need to pick something up here. I don't know if they're here yet, though. But there we go. Kumar Johnson is a member of the Pittsburgh Pirates, who my Rockies just got done winning 2 out of the 3 games of the series before the All-Star break. But yeah, Kumar Johnson, let's take a look here. I got these rankings from, once again, MLB Pipeline. He's got the best hit tool according to MLB Pipeline out of the players I ranked here, with a 70 hit tool. He's got a 60 power tool, 50 arm, 50 run, 50 arm, 55 field, and an overall of a 60. But yeah, I mean, I think that's a solid pick. Of course, he's a high schooler, so a lot of teams, some teams like taking high schoolers, some don't. I mean, I can go either way. I would like one of the two high school pitchers, Brock Porter, Dylan Lesko, for my Rockies. I doubt he falls, but if he does, Elisha Green, I'd love for the Rockies to take. But yeah, I mean, the Nationals are now up with the next pick in the draft. So yeah, he has the best hit tool. He's got a lot of power to go with it. So they're comparing him to Rafael Devers. Let's see here. They're showing his swing right now. Yeah, so they're comparing him to Rafael Devers, of course, the Boston Red Sox. But yeah, there we go. Kumar Johnson. And then one sec, I will be right back. Well, I don't know why it's not showing the text here. Oh, here's why. I'll be right back. I need to check. I think I hear someone home, but one sec. I guess not. I guess not. Thought I did. Don't love that sound. I'm going to take my hat off. Just because I don't know. All right. I'm back. So, yeah, I mean, I wish I could show highlights, but I would definitely get taken down. But wow, I thought they would have his stats. I guess not. He's committed to Arizona State. I guess he's not going to Arizona State no more. But yeah, once again, I read these out. The guys on the broadcast compared him to Rafael Devers, saying that he has quick hands. He clears the ball quick, and he hit a 94 mile per hour just foul. So that's what they're saying about him. Once again, I'm still getting more into baseball. I am a hockey fan. I am a football fan. I'm getting more knowledge about baseball, but it's still not my expertise. So if I misspeak or say anything wrong, I'm sorry. I'm still learning more about baseball. But I mean, I'm enjoying it. I'm hoping the Rockies. I keep saying it, but I want the Rockies to pick up a pitcher. I think we need a top-end pitcher. Our top pitcher, Ryan Rollison. He's MLB ready, but he's just been hurt, and he's out for the season this year. So we'll have to wait for next year to see if he makes his MLB debut. But I mean, I think Lesko, Brock Porter would be solid options to add to our farm system. Joe Rock. We've got Jaden Hill, who I like, and we'll see what happens to see how if they eventually become starters for the organization or maybe more of relief pitchers. But they're still in, I think, rookie ball and low A, so we'll have to see how their development goes. So, but yeah, the Nationals are on the clock, and they are still on the clock. Their pick has not come in yet. All right. Now, the Nationals, they have been, says that Juan Soto turned down their offer, and they may be trading him. So we'll see what they go here. I guess Elisha Green could be an outfielder to replace him down the road if they really are trading him, and he really does not want to stay in Washington. So that could be an option. They could go more of the college route, replace him quicker with a Jacob Berry. Played third base, outfield. A lot of people see him as a designated hitter potentially. So we'll have to see what he goes. But yeah, the Nationals are still on the clock. You got the 26th ranked farm system. Let's take a look at this. Top 100. Let's go to the Nats. Yeah, Cade Cavalli, AAA, so he's on his way. Right-handed pitcher. Brady House. Surprised Brady House is ranked 51st. I thought it would be ranked a little bit higher, but I thought the Rockies were taking him last year, but I think a great shortstop prospect for the Nats. Let's take a look down here. Washington Nationals. Cade Cavalli, Brady House, Cole Henry, Jackson Rutledge, Christian Vaquero. Got a lot of pitchers, so I don't think they're going to take any pitching prospects. Though I said that about the Rangers, and they took Kumar Rocker. So we'll see. But I think if it was me, I would take Elisha Green. If they want to go more of a college hitter, though, they could take Brooks Lee. They could take this is Tamar Johnson, right? I didn't mark it in the wrong slot. Yeah. They could take Jacob Berry. Cam Collier is out at Chipotle Junior College. Kevin Parada, Georgia Tech, catcher, if they want to go in that direction. Jace Jung, Gavin Cross. Some solid college hitters left. I think the only high schooler on my prospects here is Elisha Green. If he's there for the Rockies, take him. If not, can we not see my cursor over here? If not, take Brock Porter or Dylan Lesko. Elisha Green, Brock Porter, Dylan Lesko. That's my top 3 for the Rockies right now. We'll see where they go, though. We'll see where they go. Right now, we're at a commercial break. Alrighty. I mean, they took off the bottom thing to see if the pick was in or not. They took off the bottom bar. So, yeah, right now we're just at a commercial. Nats are on the clock. Their pick is probably in by this point. Obviously, they got to get that commercial time in there. So, we'll see. We'll see. The Nats pick is officially in. So, yeah, the Rockies, we have pick 10. We have pick 31 for a comp pick. We have another pick for a competitive balance pick. And then we have a second-round pick. So we have 4 picks in the top 50. Gotta hit on these picks because, come on. We need to build up that farm system. They're talking about the Nationals going with the biggest upside pick. And they're saying it's going to be Elisha Green if that's the case, which I would take Elijah Green if I were them too, but I don't want them to. I want the Rockies to get him, but that's probably not going to happen. Yep. Nationals. There we go. He is officially a Washington National. So, yeah, the top high schoolers are gone. Miami's on the clock, then Chicago, and then the Twins. So, Miami, Chicago, Minnesota, Kansas City, then the Rockies are on the clock. Right now, I'm kind of leaning towards taking a pitch of Brock Porter, Dylan Lesko. Unless Brooks Lee is there, right now he's the top hitter I'd want. Jacob Berry, I don't know if the Rockies should take because a lot of people seeing him just being a DH, and I'd like someone who can make an impact both in the field and with a bat if we go for a hitter rather than a pitcher. So, yeah, but Elijah Green is a Washington National. That's a great pick. I'd have gone with him too if I were the Nationals. So, there you go. Adding another top prospect. He's an outfielder, so if they do trade Juan Soto, potential replacement right there. We'll see, obviously, how that situation pans out. We'll see if the Nationals trade him. Because I don't know how much, once again, fairly new to not new to baseball. I obviously watch it, but a lot of my sports knowledge goes to football and hockey. Those are the two sports that I know the most about. And then I'm starting to learn more about baseball. So I don't know how many years left that Juan Soto has before he's available to sign anywhere. Let's take a look here. So yeah, he's got $17 million this year. Then he's got arbitration year 3 next year, arbitration year 4 in 2024, and then he's an unrestricted free agent in 2025 is when he is going to be available right here. So they still got some time to trade him, but we'll see if they do that. But yeah, now the Nationals add Elisha Green to their prospect system, their farm system rather. I don't think they're going to update it now. I think they normally update that at the end of the year, especially since they just updated the prospects. But, yeah. Drew Jones is a Diamondback. We'll see if they actually, do they have their selection? No. They got Drew Jones. He's the Diamondback. Jackson Holliday is an Oriole. Elijah Green is a National. Tamar Johnson is a Pittsburgh Pirate. Brooks Lee still on the board. Kevin Parada still on the board. Jacob Berry still on the board. Cam Collier still on the board. All these guys still on the board. Kumar Rocker is a Texas Ranger, and the Marlins are still on the clock here. They're talking about the Juan Soto, saying very little people have enough to go get him, which is true. Let's go look at Elijah Green, though. 50 hit tool, 60 power, 70 run, one of the higher run tools along with Drew Jones. A 60 arm tool, a 60 field tool, and overall he's a 60 prospect according to MLB Pipeline. The pick is now in. It just changed over for the Miami Marlins. Oh, there's a lottery now in baseball. I did not realize that. I did not realize that they are adding a lottery. Now football is the only one without a lottery. Will they start adding that soon? To prevent tanking, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. All right. Marlins pick is in. Let's see where they go. Manfred is not coming out to the stage, nor have I heard anything, but They should be here any second. And here he is. Jacob Berry. The Miami Marlins. Maybe a little bit under the slot, but not significantly. Let's go with a lighter color. And then, boom. Miami Marlins. Go ahead and take Jacob Berry. Third baseman, outfielder. I'm going to add designated hitter because a lot of people have been saying that. Out of LSU, he's got a 60 hit tool, a 65 power tool, and then you see why a lot of them have him. A lot of people have him as a DH. MLB Pipeline has him as a 40 run tool, a 40 fielding tool, a 50 arm tool, which is not bad, and then a 60 overall prospect. But yeah, so third baseman, outfielder, he can play any, or if you don't want to play him in the field, he can be your designated hitter. So I don't hate the pick, maybe a little bit under the slot. I don't think that he'll get the, the $6.03 million. I think maybe he'll get a little bit under that. I would say Kumar Rocker probably gets less than that, and then Jacob Berry, if I were to say, but yeah, we'll have to see. The Chicago Cubs are now up with their selection here at pick number 7. So, to me, I think the Cubs have a fairly decent farm system. Let's look at the top 100. Let's go Cubs here. They have the 28th overall prospect in Brennan Davis, 67th in Christian Hernandez, Pete Crow Armstrong, and Kevin Alcantara. And then let's take a look here. Don't have a whole lot of, Caleb Killian, Jordan Wicks, DJ Hers. We'll see if I could see them potentially going with one of the two high school pitchers that I like, Brock Porter and Dylan Lesko. But at the same time, someone who a lot of people have been mocking. Where is it? I accidentally went to the wrong one, I think. Brooks Lee. I mean, he's still there. I think a lot of people had Brooks Lee going before this. I don't think he makes it to the Rockies, but we'll have to see. I mean, to me, he would be the pick right now, Brooks Lee. The Cubs are on the clock. There's a Jacob Berry interview right here. So yeah, he started off at Arizona, transferred to LSU this past season, and now is the 6th overall pick by the Miami Marlins. I want to see if there's any Rockies news going on. I don't see anything. And obviously there's no trading picks, but I'm just curious. All right, I have a picture here that was obviously broadcast at the Rockies game. I've been looking for it. We have 22 picks overall, the Rockies do. We have the 10th overall pick in the first round, the 31st overall pick, and that's the compensation pick for Trevor Story signing with the Red Sox. Then we have the 38th overall pick, which is a competitive balance pick competitive balance round A pick, and then the 50th overall pick. So 4 picks within the top 50 for the Rockies. And I mean, we gotta hit on these prospects. We gotta get some solid prospects. Add to the farm system. Because that's obviously the way we're gonna have to build with our owner, who doesn't want to spend a whole lot of money. I feel like we gotta get these young players develop and build up the farm system, because obviously we don't have a great one. Outside of Zach Veen, who's our top prospect, who I'm excited to see in the majors in a couple of years. Ezekiel Tovar, Drew Romo, we'll have to see how he does. And then you have Adil Amador, another shortstop who probably will have to move with Ezekiel Tovar, but we'll have to see. And then you look at our pitchers. Ryan Rolison has gotten hurt, so would like to get another top-end pitcher. That's why I keep mentioning Brock Porter and Dylan Lesko as the two guys I would like for the Rockies to draft. And then the Chicago Cubs pick is in now, so is the commissioner coming to the stage? It looks like he is, and here's the Cubs selection. Cade Horton. I do not have him ranked. A right-handed pitcher out of Oklahoma. Cade Horton. I feel like that's more of an under-the-slot pick. I'm surprised none of the high school pitchers are going. I don't know, but that surprises me. So, yeah, we are now on the 8th pick. So, right now, since the Rockies are approaching their pick, for the Rockies right now, here's the top 3 that I would like in no particular order. Brooks Lee, if we go as a hitter here. If he's still available, I would like Brooks Lee. If not, take Brock Porter or Dylan Lesko. One of them is guaranteed to be there, with the Twins picking at 8, the Royals picking at 9, and then the Rockies obviously have pick 10. So one of those 3 will be there. So to me, Brock Porter, Dylan Lesko, or Brooks Lee for the Rockies to take with the 10th overall selection. It's a big hitters draft, not so much known for the pitchers, but we'll see. We'll see what Bill Schmitz, Buddy Black, and the Rockies org wants to do. Of course, I'm rocking our City Connects, which, personally, I'm going to be biased. I think they're the best City Connects, but, there's a lot of great ones out there. Love the South Side for the White Sox. Wrigleyville. Miami has some solid ones. I'm trying to think of the teams that have, other teams that have them that I like. Miami, ours. I like Houston's and the Space City ones. I think those are my top 5 and I guess if I were to rank them, I'd say my Rockies at 1, being biased. 2 is very tough. I'd probably go with the White Sox and the South Side jerseys. 3 would be I'm going to say the Cubs with Wrigleyville. Then I'm going to say 4 is the Marlins, and 5 the Astros Space City jerseys. But the Twins are now on the clock. Obviously, they signed Carlos Correa. They got Byron Buxton. What is their system looking like? Let's look at the Twins. They have 1 top 100 prospect in Royce Lewis. Shortstop, his level is the MLB according to the MLB pipeline. Let's take a look at their top 30. The Minnesota Twins, Royce Lewis, Austin Martin, I'm not even going to attempt that last name, Jordan Balazovic, Simeon Woods Richardson, Matt Cantanero. Looks like they got a lot of pitchers to the top of their list. So, I mean, obviously I don't want them to take a pitcher. That's why I keep mentioning the pitchers. I don't think they go them. Maybe they go Brooks Lee. If both pitchers get taken, who would I want? If he's available, I would like Brooks Lee. Brooks Lee is the guy who I would want if both pitchers are taken out of Cal Poly. I think he's a solid bat. Of course, he does play shortstop, and we have obviously Ezekiel Tovar, Adil Amador as 2 top 100 prospects. But I think you can move him around. He can play other positions if you need him to. So I would just like the bat of Brooks Lee. He's got a 65 hit tool, 55 power tool. So he's someone who I'd like to develop. Obviously a college guy, so he'll probably move through the system much faster. But yeah, that's the guy who I would like for the Rockies to take if both of those pitchers are gone. I don't want any other pitcher outside of Brock Porter or Dylan Lesko, just because it's more of a hitters friendly draft. So yeah, Brooks Lee. But if Brooks Lee is gone and both of the pitchers are gone, I would probably I'd like Cam Collier or Gavin Cross. Wouldn't mind Jace Jung, but he's not my preferred guy if multiple hitters are there. But yeah, I'd say the two pitchers, Brooks Lee, and then, yeah, Cam Collier probably is my guy after that. But yeah, who would you like to see, Anthony? Who would you like to see the Rockies take? I'm cool with, yeah, I obviously mentioned my guys, but I'm not super picky. I'm not super picky. Twins farm system is ranked 19th. Farm system need is left-handed pitching, and their strength is pitching depth. Alrighty. The pick is in for the Minnesota Twins. After the Twins selection, I'm going to be right back. I need to go downstairs and grab something. So just gonna be right back after we hear out who the Twins will be selecting. All right. Yeah. I know I mentioned the pitchers. I hope we take one, but I don't know if the Rockies will. I feel like we typically don't take pitchers in the first round, which, will suck, but I think I don't I think we need a top end pitcher. I mean, when we look at it, I like Marquez. Obviously I know they're not going to start and go to the major league team right away, but like Marquez, I like Kyle Freeland, I like Gomber, and then Chad Kuhl probably gone after this season, or maybe we trade him at the deadline. Antonio Sensatella, I I think he's solid. And then you look at the fifth pitcher slot. Could that go to Ryan Rollison, or does Rollison convert to a reliever? I would just like to add a top end pitcher to the Rockies farm system, especially with Rollison's recent injuries. I would feel more comfortable if we get one. And then you have a high school pitcher who can maybe hopefully adjust to the altitude in pitching. So we'll have to see. All right, here is the Twins selection. They're showing Target Field. Looking for Rob Manfred to come out for the Twins selection. Let's see. They're talking Brock Porter, which I hope it's not, but we'll see. Let's see who they select. They're talking about college hitters now, so that makes me think Brooks Lee maybe he's the pick. We'll have to see, though. We'll have to see. All right, here is Rob Manfred, apparently, according to them. I don't see him walking out, but they're talking about Kevin Parada. Here's Rob Manfred. Brooks Lee, shortstop out of Cal Poly. So he is headed to the Twins. So now the Rockies have their selection between either of the two if they're both available and if they want to go in that direction. Twins. I guess we'll go with that one. And then, all right, I will be right back. I need to go grab something, so I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. The Royals are on the clock. What the heck? All right. Oh, let's take this off. The pick is in for the Royals, which means the Rockies are on the clock. Who will we select? I'll probably go into my Rockies pick, and here's why. So obviously, like I said, I'm a football and hockey guy, and if you've seen my football streams, I do the entire draft, the first day, the second day, and the third day. It's because I know a lot of the prospects, and I can talk about it, and we can chit-chat with a bunch of people, but for baseball, I'm still learning, so I'm just going to go to the Rockies pick, who we pick, and just get that experience in, and then when I get to know more baseball and stuff in the future years, we can go for the whole draft. So I'm just going to stop when the Rockies select. All right. Royals pick is in. Let's see if they make the announcement. All right. Here's the Royals pick. Gavin Cross, outfielder out of Virginia Tech. All right, we are on the clock. All righty. Do the Rockies go pitcher? Here we go. Who are the Rockies going to select? Let's take a look at Gavin Cross while we wait for the Rockies. Outfielder at Virginia Tech, college hitter. He's got a 55 hit tool, 55 power, and he needs to work on that. According to MLB Pipeline, once again, can't stress that enough. 55 running tool, 50 arm, 50 field, and overall he is a 55 rated prospect. Now, if the Rockies were to select a hitter, I would like Cam Collier out of Chipola Junior College. Maybe Kevin Parada, but I don't think we need a catcher. The pick is in for the Rockies. I would like Brock Porter or Dylan Lesko. Who are we going to go with? There's Dinger. Dinger the Dino. I see some Rockies fans dancing. Represent Rockies fans. There we go. Who are we going to go with? Come on. The pick is in. We have the 15th ranked farm system, so a little bit better than I thought, I guess, with the prospects of Veen, Tovar, Amador, Romo. It's pushing that farm system up, so I'll take it. All right, Rocks, who are we going to select here? Kevin Parada, Cam Collier, the two best prospects according to Kylie's Best. Then Dylan Lesko, then Drew Gilbert. I'm surprised Brock Porter is so far down. Let's see. I don't see Rob Manfred, but I would like a pitcher. Says the pick is in. Farm system strength is everyday position players, and farm system need is impact pitching, which is why I think we should go there. There's Red Rocks. The pick is in. Here it is. Gabriel Hughes, a right-handed pitcher out of Gonzaga. All right, let's take a look here. Gabriel Hughes. Gabriel Hughes, here he is out of Gonzaga. A college pitcher, 6'4", 220. They said 225 on there. He's got a 60 fastball, 55 slider, 50 changeup, 50 control, and 50 overall. Yeah, I probably would have preferred one of the two college pitchers, but I like that we went pitcher here because I did think that we needed it. Maybe more of an under the slot value here. But I'm just happy that it's a pitcher. I'm going to be honest. I think we need one. I think one of the high school pitchers I would have preferred, but they're comparing him to Alex Manoah. But yeah, I mean, I'm happy that we took a pitcher here. I'm happy. I'm happy. We still got our competitive balance pick and our comp pick, and then our second round pick, 50th overall. Let's take a look at Gabriel Hughes. Well, they're not going to have anything, but yeah, I mean, I'm happy. I'm happy with that pick. He was ranked 26th here, so it's definitely going to be more under the slot than 4.98, but maybe maybe that's an advantage. Maybe that's an advantage. I know under the slot is typically used as an advantage for a lot of pitchers, but yeah, I mean, I'm happy. I'm happy with a pitcher being picked. I would have preferred one of the two high schoolers, but maybe college is better for the Rockies. A lot of the high school pitchers are more moldable, but we'll have to see. It's tough to pitch at altitude. So, yeah, we'll have to see. But yeah. Yeah, I wish you could see some videos and the stats of their college career, but I guess it makes sense with it being MLB Pipeline. ESPN, I bet. Augustine, let me take a look here. Let me take a look. Yeah, let me take a look. Here we go. Okay, let me find I found a Football Center Gabriel Hughes. Let's find the right Gabriel Hughes. Gabriel Hughes. I'm not finding any ESPN, but let me look at Gonzaga real quick. They're the Gonzaga website. All right, here we go. We can take a look at this real quick. Here we go. He's pitched 98 innings. He's given up 75 hits, 40 runs, 35 of them earned runs, 37 walks. He has 138 strikeouts, given up 17 doubles, 4 triples, 5 home runs. I mean, to me, you know what? I'm cool with it. 8-3. Shoot. Yeah, I'm happy with a pitcher. I'm happy. College pitcher might have been the route. Obviously, the high school pitchers are more. Obviously high school you get the development. All right, here's the Mets pick real quick. Kevin Parada is heading to the Mets. Let's see, here we go. Just going to keep it and go with that text. All right. Kevin Parada. You know what? I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. I'll have to watch more of Gabriel Hughes here. Let's see. Wish I could show the video on the stream without getting my channel taken down, but let's see here. Let's go to the Rockies. Okay, the Rockies haven't tweeted out any welcome to Colorado, but let's go ahead. Gabriel Hughes. Here's what I'll do. For all the Rockies fans here, we'll scroll down. Let's make let's make a Rocky selection. Merge all cells. Let's do that. Let's go round, pick, player, name, and then I mean, we could do the tools, but with pitchers and hitters, the tools gets kind of messed up, so we can figure that out here in a little bit. But I think it's a solid pick for the Rockies. So round 1, pick number 10, Gabriel Hughes, Gabriel Hughes. I guess this is position, actually. Position. Is he a left-handed pitcher or right-handed pitcher? Looks like he's a right-handed pitcher. Just wanna double check here, make sure I put it correctly. Yeah, right-handed pitcher out of Gonzaga. A right-handed pitcher. Let's do school. Gonzaga. There we go. And then the next Rockies pick is going to be in it's going to be it's a comp pick, so I don't know. Yeah, we'll do 1, and then I think it's 31 is our next pick. And then yeah. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap up the stream. I'll be back. I'm going to recap the Rockies draft later in a different video. And then after we do that, I'll do the rankings, what I think of each pick. Well, I guess we'll do all the picks. We'll do all the picks. I know it's a lot of rounds for baseball, but we'll do all the picks. We'll rank them. And yeah, so I like to go the distance. I like to do the full NFL and NFL draft stream because that's my knowledge. I know the NFL draft a lot more than the other drafts. So yeah, so I'm just going to do this pick, and then you'll see my thoughts on all the Rockies picks here in a few days when the draft wraps up, or you can follow my Twitter links below. Make sure to like and subscribe, and yeah, I'll catch you.